Dear fellow white people, we are at a very crucial juncture in our history here in the United States of America, and unfortunately it's a juncture that we've been at far too many times, and that is a decision between two choices that we have to make. Choice number one, acknowledging our own white privilege and holding people accountable for theirs and their racist behavior or words. Or choice number two, continue to act like nothing is happening. Prefacing this a little bit, in my own journey discovering my own white privilege, it was very challenging because I was offended at first, because when people pointed out my white privilege, I thought to myself, I've never been really privileged because I've always been poor, and I was discriminated against and still am very much so for being gay. And I didn't realize that there is a very succinct difference between the privilege associated with social class and being straight, and there is the privilege of being a white person. And once I realized that distinguishing quality, it really educated me in the sense that I realized that because of the color of my skin, I never had to face racism. I've never had to face racial discrimination in any form, racial violence. I've never had to face police brutality. And what's very difficult about having these difficult conversations since George Floyd's tragic death is that so many people will meet you if you point out their privilege with unbelievable resistance. Don't let that get to you. If you are a white person who has never really confronted your privilege, if you have somebody point it out to you, don't perceive it as an insult, because we all have white privilege. If you are white, the color of your skin gives you a privilege of safety and security and a whole variety of different things that a lot of other people don't have, especially Black Americans. Don't feel ashamed of that. Acknowledge it and learn how you can actually use your privilege to create change and hold others accountable for theirs. Racism and hate are learned. White privilege is a conditioning, and anything that is learned can be unlearned. And I firmly believe that accountability can be learned. It takes time, but it can be done. I wanted to have that conversation because as a white person who has spent a long time understanding his own privilege, it unsettles me greatly to see people looking away when they should be calling out racist comments, looking away when people are saying that people shouldn't be protesting these horrible police brutality incidents that have accrued considerably over the years. We don't have the authority to criticize a group of people using our privilege, especially when we've never had to face any of the horrible things they've had to face. We can't understand. We just don't have the authority to pass judgment. So in light of this and the importance of it, my dear friend Ari and I, who goes by Strange Nothings here on YouTube, we've decided that we are going to do a video series together called Restitching the Tapestry. So this video series is going to be us talking about a variety of different social topics and current events, but we're going to also talk about pop cultural phenomena, creativity, so on and so forth. But we're going to be talking about those things in the context of educating and making the world a better place by understanding accountability and holding other people accountable and finding catharsis. I'm so excited to do this with Ari because I really feel like we're going to talk about a lot of important things. So our first episode of this is Actually, tomorrow at 8:30 p.m., so Thursday, 8:30 p.m., tune in here on my YouTube channel. It's going to be live streamed. Yay, I have live streaming stuff now again. And don't be afraid to have those difficult conversations, okay? It's okay to stumble. It's okay to not understand everything fully. It's okay to ask questions. But we can't bury our heads in the sand anymore. We can't look the other way. Because the lives of family, friends, colleagues, entire groups of people depend on it. Anyway, thank you for listening. I love you all, and I hope you have a good night.